here we go, 26, finally, in the company of Luciano Pavarotti, Freddie Mercury, Michael Jackson and others. Does he really have the legacy? Maybe not quite there, but just automatically, he should be at least top 20. Hey everyone, welcome. In today's video, I'm going to look at an article, 28 greatest tenors of all times, and comment on Adam Lambert making it there. Let me just remind you, if you want me to prioritize some of your recommendations, just buy me a coffee through my Buy Me a Coffee website, links below. Okay, 28 of the greatest and most famous tenors of all time. Among standard vocal ranges, tenor is widely considered the highest from a male singer, often can reach an octave above the middle C without using their head voice. Okay, let me grab a guitar, I'll show you the range. This is probably slightly better to see on the piano, but just so you know, middle C is this. An octave above it would be going the whole scale up. Up here. Now I'm obviously using a falsetto, but tenors can sing this with their full voice. It usually requires warming up. Even the best tenors probably wouldn't just wake up and sing this beautiful high C without any effort. So high C is sort of trademark of tenor voice, that you can do it, you can hit it, and a lot of the opera songs and opera arias are also written with that in mind. So number 1, Luciano Pavarotti. This one's not surprising me. He has the most legacy, I guess, the most respect. Yeah, no problems here whatsoever. When you think of opera and tenor voice, Luciano Pavarotti is usually the first one to think of. Quite simply, the most famous tenor in history is Luciano Pavarotti. Pavarotti was part of the 3 tenors with Jose Carreras and Plácido Domingo. And here we go back to high C, fans calling him the king of high Cs because he could reach that high note without any vocal strain that others display. Second, Andrea Bocelli. Yeah, similar thing. I do know him from his more popular repertoire, but very big name. Andrea Bocelli became completely blind at the age of 12. Wow, I didn't know this. This was not a hindrance for the iconic tenor, as he went on to become famous in both opera and popular music circles. Yeah, as I mentioned, I know more of his popular stuff. I think my mom was actually listening to him quite a bit. Enrico Caruso, number 3. Before Luciano Pavarotti was born, the most recognizable tenor of all time was Enrico Caruso. Okay, I heard the name, I recognize the name, but I don't know much about him. So before Pavarotti came, he was the GOAT, he was the number 1. Okay, let's keep going. Plácido Domingo, okay, that's the one of the 3 tenors they did with Pavarotti. So again, it's not surprising me. First 4 places, famous tenors, mostly opera, but also managed to get into the popular scenes, some of them. Jose Carreras, now we have the third of the 3 tenors, as I mentioned, so we have Pavarotti, Plácido Domingo, Jose Carreras. No surprise here either. So far we have a great company, right? Like, to get to this list is something. Number 6, Jussi Björling. Johan Jonathan Björling, popularly known as Jussi Björling, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, was born to sing. His parents were well-known singers in Sweden. I see, it sounds Scandinavian. Eventually Björling grew up to become one of the world's most eminent opera singers before World War II. I haven't heard of this guy, but sounds really impressive. So the first 5 I thought was like really obvious choices. The last 2, no, I never heard of. So I think this just might be my ignorance here. I'm going to just skim over it. Okay, Lawrence Brownlee, also not familiar to me. Juan Diego Flores, another one I don't know. Realizing I don't know any of really good opera singers. Okay, number 10, Frank Valli. So now we're getting from opera to musical theater. Number 12, Sam Cooke. Of course. Mario Lanza appeared in several operas before signing a lucrative contract with MGM Studios. Sounds legit. Okay, let's keep going. Oh wow, now we're talking. Freddie Mercury. We're halfway through the list. I would like to see Freddie higher. I don't think I have to mention much here. Obviously, extraordinary range, extraordinary songwriting, and then toward the end of his career, they did the famous album Night at the Opera. Bohemian Rhapsody also kind of plays around this multiple vocal arrangement combined with popular music. I always admire when someone can do this, like combine popular music with classical arrangements and stuff like that, and kind of cross over the genres. Number 15, Michael Jackson. Wow, obviously revolutionary in terms of what he did. Yeah, same as Sam Cooke, Michael Jackson, Freddie Mercury. I'd like to see those higher on the list because they're not only are great singers, but they're also revolutionary in what they did for music. Marvin Gaye, another one of those. Yeah, extraordinary singer, extraordinary songwriter, soulfulness. I heard it through the grapevine. George Michael. Wow, so now we're getting to the popular era, and you can see my gaps in knowledge here. I didn't know a lot of the opera legends that were like between the 6th and 10th place. Now I'm getting back into what I know. George Michael, obviously legendary, definitely belongs to this list. Next, Luther Vandross. Okay, also not so familiar to me. Mariah Carey called him incomparable when they recorded a cover of Endless Love in the mid-90s. I mean, if Mariah Carey approves, I can't say a word. Okay, let's keep going. Steve Perry. I heard the name. I don't know much of him either. Art Garfunkel. Okay, so here, this might be a little bit controversial for some, because I do think that Art Garfunkel is incredible in terms of songwriting and expressiveness, and he does have a high voice, but when I see him next to likes of Pavarotti and Freddie Mercury, I wouldn't necessarily think of him similarly in terms of the vocal abilities. Let me know in the comments what you think about Art Garfunkel being here, because I've never viewed him as a singer in the first place. Number 21, Smokey Robinson. Robert Plant, one of my heroes. Again, rock singer, expressiveness, high tenor. Definitely would put him on this list. Here we go. Sting. That's an interesting one. Wow, yeah, I mean, I do admire Sting as a singer so much. I definitely agree with him being here, but for some it also might be a bit controversial, because I remember watching an interview with Sting when he was literally saying that he never practiced singing, and until he had to perform like several shows a night or multiple shows in a couple days, he never needed to like really practice it, so it came very naturally to him. And then eventually he hired a professional vocal coach because he needed to work on his vocal endurance, because his vocal cords were getting tired. He is obviously a tenor voice, like a high voice, but he's not singer technically. Does he belong on this list? Let me know. 24, Phil Collins. Similar thing. Isn't he like more of a drummer, right? He definitely fits the description of a higher tenor, but let me know in the comments what you think. Bruno Mars, extraordinary singer, don't get me wrong. I think I heard him say somewhere that he never thought that people would like to listen to him sing, because he's mainly a songwriter and producer. So, again, does he belong on this list? I think he definitely does, but if he's there, I would like to see Stevie Wonder here as well. Well, maybe even more so than Bruno Mars. So, yeah, I'm not quite sure. So, Bruno Mars, excellent singer, like in singing circles. It would give him as a prime example of mixed voice, because it just comes so naturally to him, and to Sting as well for that matter. Yeah, let's go. Adam Lambert. Oh, here we go. 26, finally. I started making this video because of this guy, because of Adam Lambert. If you think of him being in the company of Luciano Pavarotti, Placido Domingo, Freddie Mercury, Michael Jackson and others, wow, I mean, like, does he really have the legacy? Maybe not quite there. The reason why I'm being so cautious about it, because I realize he's still young, but he also has the humility to understand his place. And he was chosen by Queen to replace Freddie Mercury. And if I compare him to the likes of Sting, Bruno Mars or Art Garfunkel, I think he definitely needs to be higher up as a tenor singer. Not that one is better than the other. I'm not trying to say Sting is worse, but he's definitely less of a proper singer, right? Like Adam Lambert studied opera for some time, I think just a short time. Then he dedicated his life to performing, to mastering the craft of performance. But he's a singer, he's a performer. That's what I think of when I hear Adam Lambert. Whereas Sting, Bruno Mars, Art Garfunkel are songwriters, producers. These might be controversial things to say, so let me know in the comments. I'd like to hear from you, but I definitely think Adam Lambert should be higher up on this list as a singer, despite the fact that he's a different generation from some of them, and arguably some of the singers up here have maybe greater legacy or kind of proven themselves a little bit more. I would see him like in definitely top 20. If we put Adam Lambert in top 10, I think that would be like, wow, look what company you're in now, man. Like, this is honor for you. But just automatically, he should be at least top 20, like not 26. So yeah, a little bit of criticism here to hellomusictheory.com, but let's keep going. So number 7, we have Sam Smith. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Pop singer, high voice, very specific vocal timbre, vocal color. I don't have a problem with him, but then again, putting Adam Lambert and just like, these things can be very subjective, of course. And so let's take this video as opening for broader discussion down in the comments. And last one on the list, we have Chino Moreno, which I'm not aware of. I don't know, I haven't heard the name. Okay, summing up our list of the greatest tenors. When you think of famous tenors, your thoughts might automatically conjure up images of theatrical operas sung by archetypes like Luciano Pavarotti. It's fair enough. Yet, as this list shows, the tenor range is not confined to the world of classical music. After all, many bands and popular acts employ tenors to sing their songs with the sort of gravitas necessary to deliver incredible music. The list of 28 tenors showcases the variety of talented artists categorized as tenors. Some might be surprised, but their talent is without question. Okay, I do agree that tenor doesn't automatically mean opera. But if we're talking about famous tenor singers, the word singer kind of implies that the singer is mainly predominantly focused on singing. And although Sting is definitely a great singer, it's not his main area of focus, right? It's more of a avenue expression, which I think it should be for everyone in the end. But if we're talking about the greatest singers, people who dedicated their career to singing in the first place, I definitely think that Adam Lambert should be higher up there. I would like to see Stevie Wonder there as well in that case. Like, I think, like, where is Stevie Wonder in this list? Like, what the heck? Like, it's missing. If you have Michael Jackson, Freddie Mercury, Sting, and you don't include Stevie Wonder as a tenor, I don't know what you're doing, man. So, yeah, okay, this is my little rant about Stevie Wonder. Adam Lambert, definitely top 20, maybe top 15. I wouldn't go as far as putting him in the top 10. He hasn't stood the test of time yet, if I can put it in this way. Some of the opera singers I totally missed and didn't know. Some of the popular singers I'm not aware of. So let me know in the comments. Let's spark the conversation. Let's talk about what do you think about this list and whether it's any good. Who would you put on? Whether you want to see Adam Lambert higher. Thanks for watching this video. Again, check links in the description. There's a lot of all kinds of information about my vocal coaching, guitar coaching, mindset coaching around creativity and artistic voice and all this sort of stuff. So check that out. You can just book a free consultation. We can just jump on a Zoom call and chat about how I can help. If you have some requests for reactions, please do buy me a coffee below and I'll prioritize those requests. Stay in touch. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Press the like and keep it funky. Whew.